joke out of his name.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 10th episode of The Weave. My name is Lucas and today I'll be your Dungeon Master in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. The party is all ready and set for action, apparently. They really want action, we'll see how that goes.
We can make it ourselves if need be.
So, quick recap. Last session, or not the last episode, I believe, the party started by spending some time in the Inn of the Dripping Dagger and going to the Sea Maiden's Fair, where they hoped to retrieve one of the pieces of the fresco that is in their manor cellar. They successfully did, with Silas infiltrating one ship where the floats were, as the rest of the party infiltrated the other ship, where they found a bunch of animals, essentially. At the same time, Niall was having a conversation with one of the ship's captains, and there were some other pieces of information they gathered that apparently all the ships hail from Lutzken, and there were some other individuals of dubious Icewind Dalian origin, maybe. After that, they decided to go back home, essentially, where they placed the two pieces and they wait. Am I missing something? Yes, you went back home after getting the piece, and they planned what to do the next day. The next day, that night. Can't remember what happened.
We went to see
a tree.
Silas went to the tree.
We got rid of a body.
You got rid of a body. I don't know where my notes. Okay, sorry. And then eventually,
you
gave us 5,000 gold.
Eventually, the next morning they decided to
Level up.
go to the mountain. But before that, you went to see Mr. Vincent Trench. You shared some information with him regarding the Sea Maiden's Fair. You learned some information from him regarding the gentleman knaves and some things that are going on. You had let's call it an information exchange moment with him, and eventually you did make your way up to the mountain.
But we first went back to the relief and we found the 6th missing thing for the doll.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you discovered there was a 6th missing aspect of the doll that Vincent Trent, in fact, told you about. And apparently there is, you learn, from Vincent you learn things about the past of the house, the hag that was eating, he was running an orphanage to essentially gather food. But eventually you did make your way to Mount Waterdeep, where Niall had been given the mission to go and speak to Halum up top. Well, not up top, like halfway up, not quite where the Griffin Cavalry is. And they decided to do it the hard way, which involves some climbing. You bought the equipment necessary for it, and after a harrowing climb that, let's say that it went almost bad, but you managed to succeed. With 1 point of exhaustion, I think pretty much everyone, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we all failed.
You all failed. You reach the sort of like ledge/landing area where there is a cave, and Halum has kind of like a bit of a greenhouse and an area where he trained apprentices. You went to speak to him, and in his weird, cryptic way, he explained to you about his vision that was related to Neverember's Enigma and what Neverember Enigma actually is, which is 500,000 dragon coins that Lord Neverember had embezzled and could not take out of the city. And now people are after it because he was hidden somewhere here and he was ousted as he was in Neverwinter. So now he might be trying to get it out or not. He doesn't know. He knows that that's the enigma.
And then it's not 10 times. It's not 10 times. It's 10 5 times. I don't know.
Yeah, it got really disappointing at the end, wasn't it? It was like,
Yeah.
not 10, not 10, not 5,
Should start with
not
five.
1.
Wait, no, it was 1.
What if
Half
it's
it again.
what if it's 10 and then
You
0.5?
wouldn't kill a policeman.
So yeah,
Very good at maths.
but yeah, he sort of like did a stupid thing. He's a bit of an eccentric person.
Yeah, he is.
To explain what Never Enigma was, and that's where we left off. So,
It was 500,000 dragoons, wasn't it? In the end.
Doubloons.
Where was the that quote, the vision thing? I couldn't find it just
A
there.
Red Sea,
Is it
3
general?
ships sailing.
Ah,
Yeah, Shane posted requested it.
Maybe start with that being read out again. That'd
the,
be good.
The quote,
Can you put it in the handouts channel?
the bullet points.
I meant to copy them.
yes, I can do that.
I might as well read it.
He said that there was things related. So he had a vision that he knew was somehow related to this Never Enigma, to this grand game that is being played in the city. And the vision was kind of abstract, but he saw a Red Sea, 3 ships sailing from beyond the horizon, deep in a cave's darkness, a flaring, blotted sun, 2 dark, forgotten towers, and the return of evil's twin, and then a feast, true evil manifest, innocent blood spilled on a wretched bargain. And finally, what ties it all together, the secret knowledge, a majestic secret, trapped by greed, but it was not his. And he says that what he means with this, because I know it is that last one is a bit weird, the wording at least. What he means by this is that whatever holds the secret is trapped by the greed of whoever trapped it there. So the greed is not the whoever or whomever
The dragon, basically.
holds the secret is not responsible for the greed. He has somewhat been trapped into doing that service, as it were. And he says that there was this, in his vision, this creature, the creature that holds a secret, is an ancient creature, full of memories with 3 eyes, but it has been made blind.
I wonder if the greed, never remember, embezzling all his money, I wonder if it refers to him and trapping this creature.
But I thought he was over in Neverwinter,
Well, he stored the money at some point, didn't he?
but then he left, so
Could have left it gardener. I'm just trying to surmise what I can, I don't know if it's right.
Big guy, you know a lot about animals. Have you ever heard of one with 3 eyes?
Nature check.
Go for it.
You tried to get the
Yeah,
guy
you
to
t-
sing about this last session.
Yeah, go for it.
Now it's just come to you.
18 plus 3, I think, so 21.
You're pretty certain that in the natural world there aren't many things that have 3 eyes. There are things that have an insane amount of eyes. There are things that have flies and whatnot, or at least they appear to have many.
Spiders.
But many bugs and insects have like weird eye configuration. But 3 eyes is such a very specific number that doesn't make a lot of sense to you.
There are some fish.
There
are some fish.
Some fish, maybe, in the depths of the ocean that you haven't explored yet. It's not something that immediately rings a bell and says, oh yeah, of course, this thing.
yeah, I've definitely heard of the 3-eyed thing. I know exactly what it is. We can go get it tomorrow if you want.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's good. No, I'm joking. No.
That's not good.
Hello kind of looks at you.
It's all a bit abstract, isn't it?
Well,
Do we
The part
recognise
with-
any of the things?
the part with
Three ships.
you were saying about
I mean, that's the
Evil's
same
twin.
there.
I reckon, yeah.
So if it's a twin of evil, does that mean it's usually in these kind of stories, in my experience, if it was the opposite side of it. So it's a twin of evil, maybe it's something good.
He mentions what was it about a tower?
Two
That was-
towers.
Towers.
2 dark, forgotten towers.
What about that one we passed the other day? One of you knew who was talking about briefly. So it's surrounded by some kind of magic.
Well, didn't you two go like to a tower?
You mean the Blackstaff Tower?
No,
It certainly was a tower, yes.
I would.
I
presumably know what
mentioned
it
there
would
were
be.
so near the Falconmere garden where Melino and the lady, the spectral lady live. I mentioned there were two dark, like black
Forgotten
obsidian towers there that are called like the Colette Towers,
Yeah.
and they belong to Colette was a mage in times past. And they had a weird self-protections. People don't pay a lot of attention to it, but no one has been seen entering or leaving the tower.
What
for-
district is it?
It is in the
Castleward.
No. It's more or less where Tom has his finger.
Oh, it's all the way down
Southern
here.
Yeah, it's around there. It's
That's
in
what
the
mine
in
was.
the southern ward.
I was thinking, and maybe I'll whisper this so Halum is not necessarily heard. I was thinking, aren't the Castellanters twins? I thought like they were twin too. Aren't
The kids.
kids are twins?
Yeah.
I mean, if the Castellanters had made a pact with the devil of some kind,
Aren't your cousins twins?
Is it? Wait, just so I remember, the Castellantas, one of the twins died, right? Or is there two twins left and one
No,
other died?
an older
Okay.
sibling, the one that died.
Is
Yeah, maybe
John's
that's where-
cousins like twins now?
Hmm?
maybe they made some kind of pact for the lives of the twins, and that's the evil's twin. I don't know.
Yeah, we should probably just go and burn their house down.
A bit
What?
much.
What about
What?
this? What about this bloated sun?
Blotted.
Blotted.
The dark blotted sun in a cave.
What's that gonna mean? If it was a bloated sun, it could be the dead one, couldn't it?
I mean, could that be the drow?
I mean, Renee is a son.
Maybe it's something to do with the tomb we went to.
Is this? Do you think this is trying to describe all the people that are looking for this enigma?
Well, we know that
These are all like
they're all factions. aren't
Or
they?
is the Red Sea then?
Do you know any of your more
Fish people.
mysterious factions that you seem to be affiliated with that are yet to surface? Do you know any of their insignia to be anything like a sun? You mentioned the drow.
I mean, maybe there were some house that may have an insignia, but nah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. They uphold the sunlight.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, they. Not that I know. I mean, the only reason why I thought of them is because it said deep in the darkness, a dark blotted sun, in the sense that it's not really shining light. And
can you
Deep in the cave darkness.
deep in the cave,
Wait,
darkness.
was this the vision I was meant to receive?
Yes, well, you need to bring this information to Lirel or the Blackstaff, whomever sent you here. There is, here's the problem. The truth will soon be out, and when the city learns that this happened, that Lord Laverember embezzled this much gold and it may be around somewhere in the city, chaos will ensue and outrage, and people will kill each other for it, and you need to be able to keep this under control. And Lirel must know what's going on and enter the ground game herself, maybe if that's what she wishes, or keep using the agents at her disposal. That's not for me to decide. But the truth cannot be kept hidden for much longer.
These visions, are they just sort of images
It
outside
is-
the realms of time, or
It is the kind of...
is it future related, present?
Oh, it is the kind of things I see in my astral projection. There, the rules of space and time aren't quite the same as in this plane, and they might be things that have happened, or they might be things that are yet to come,
Perfect.
or that are happening exactly as we speak. essentially the whole spectrum.
And none of these, you can. Do they relate to anything?
To what?
So some of these things like you visioned.
Hmm?
Do they mean anything to you?
He's asking for the answers.
Any of them that related to anything?
No, the visions. I am no diviner. These portents don't reach me through my own understanding of a power that is under my control. These are visions that I get from the weave itself, as it were. So no, I don't understand them.
How long have you been on this mountain?
How long?
Yes.
Years.
You know, if you spend more time in town,
No, I
connect
wouldn't
some of
have.
these dots.
I wouldn't have the peace of mind I need to conduct my meditations.
Right.
It's not healthy down there. Too much pollution.
Can you have
All the
visions?
horses farting.
Yes.
Yeah, one batch.
Yes. Scary things that. These visions, can you have them whenever you want?
No.
They just come.
When I visit the astral plane, well, which I do often, but sometimes I have to be careful because, of course, water deep. It doesn't matter, you will understand. I sometimes stumble upon these things when there is something momentous happening or about to happen or has just recently happened.
Can I just go back one? Is there something bad in Waterdeep in the astral plane then?
Oh no, there's no something bad. Waterdeep, the whole place, is under a protection spell. Powerful, old, ancient. I'm not sure where it started, cast by the elves back when this was the realm before they left. And there are some things that cannot travel through the plains or enter Waterdeep as they please. The whole city is very well protected.
So what do you make about? I mean, we've heard stories of rifts and slight portals being opened, and demons filtering in the city.
Yeah, those things can be done. They are onerous, piercing the weave that way. They usually require sacrifices and dark pacts, but it is something that definitely can be done.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the Castellaners.
So, what if you have any more visions? How do we. Because I don't want to claim this mountain again.
I have my own agents I send down to Waterdeep
Oh, why didn't you do that the first time?
from time to time. Because they work for me, I don't work for the city. I am sharing information because I think it is important the open lord and the good government factions of the city need to know about. But I have my own agenda.
Do you think the masked lords are they good or bad people?
The masked lords are what they are, politicians. They are not good and not bad.
Okay.
Well, I suppose.
Look, I will tell you about one of my agents that I sent down there, or two of them rather. Vuki, I believe you already met her,
Yeah.
and Javier. Javier.
I told you there were like two halflings. So Javier is the other halfling.
They are some of my best apprentices, students, perfectly capable in the control of the arts I teach, and they go up and down toward today as I see fit, and whenever I need them to do so, sometimes also to order supplies because there's only so much things we can grow here. They have been working in secret to uncover something that I believe might not be related to this at all, or it might, I don't know. I'm not yet willing to share the information until I can understand it, but I'm going to tell you this. There is a place they've been staking out. They've been investigating. They told me that they had been detected, as it were, and so they are not able to conduct an investigation there any further without raising suspicions. So you may want to go check it out to see what it is. They think it is related. It might be related to one of the factions in the Grand Game.
And where was it?
It is. If you give me a moment, I'll check my notes.
I mean, I thought you were just going to say it and then you just talked about other things for 20 minutes.
Give me 1 second.
In the meantime, do you want to know anything else?
Yeah, have you got any tea? Or it's a bit cold up here, isn't it?
Oh, sure thing. He makes a sign, a hand sign, and in fact, Havia, the other halfling, comes. She has like super lush, like long hair with almost like dreadlocks, and she also has a very serious face. You know, short, same as Mookie.
Short and serious.
Comes and start putting. Well, actually, she leaves the kettle kind of like hanging off a thing on top of the fire, and just leaves several like metal cups.
I can see why they might suspect that you've been hanging around. You're not really the most inconspicuous looking halfling.
What do you mean?
Well, the hair.
Well, you don't like it.
Oh, I don't like it. It's just you can't really hide in a crowd with hair like that, can you?
I'm not sure you're the one to speak.
No, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us have
In
been.
Waterdeep, you can hide anywhere in Waterdeep. The issue is I am not. I think they suspected me from the beginning. I was working for someone.
So who are they?
Well, whoever was conducting business in that place.
So you don't know.
So what is this place?
This place is called Yellow Spire.
Yellow Spire.
Where is it?
It is an old tower in the castle ward.
And she will point in the map, essentially south of the market, like around where the W of Ward is. Yeah.
What I know is I was following a priest there. So apparently there was something going on, some rites, meetings, and I was following a priest called Amath Sexant.
A moth sex hand.
Yeah. So Amath, so Amath.
Yeah.
Sextant.
I don't know how to pronounce it. S-E. Sorry, S. Let me see.
SEXDA.
No, S-E-C-C. End.
Second.
Second.
A math second.
I'm not second.
It does sound like a math sex hand. Okay.
Do you know who's
Sorry, no.
It's pretty
wait,
brilliant,
I
Bristol.
have typed it wrong when I copied. Sercent. It's it's S-E-R. Cent.
Do you know he was a priest of?
A maths.
She was careful to always conceal, but I believe, and this is what caught my attention, she might be a priest of Bane itself.
Bane.
Pain. Who's Pain?
Banes and B-A-N-E.
Yeah.
Do we know?
Make a religion check.
I don't know.
Whoever has
I don't-
proficiency in
I don't
religion.
have religion.
I don't know.
Hey.
Plus your whatever. Which is
Okay,
which is
yeah,
great.
you know who Bane is, Niall. Niall is a greater Niall. Bane is a greater deity, and it's an evil and malicious god of fear, hatred, and tyranny, and ruler of Banehall. Bane rarely, what you know is that Bane rarely appears or acts in a direct manner, instead acting through worshippers and other various agents. And the symbol of Bane, you know, it is hand, is this. Kind of like the Dark Brotherhood. And
Yeah, I was going to say.
it can be worn like in an amulet, or it can be tattooed. And Javia says that she saw this priest where it, you know, she could see the hand that is normally hidden like in an amulet, but one day she managed to catch a glimpse of it.
Well, at least it's not Kellenvor. For a minute I worried that maybe the City of the Dead were onto the whole thing and we've been giving them information. That's not.
So if there's one, there's others. Who has he been meeting regularly? Have you been watching it?
I just followed some leads, and I discovered there were people coming and going here and performing some. I don't know what they were doing inside. It's not the place you can enter uninvited.
What about if you were like a spider?
Well, in that case, you probably could.
Not if you're a really big spider.
Has it got guards outside?
Not that I know of, no.
And how many entrances?
I believe it is like an old tower with a bigger building at the base. And I believe it only has windows that are shuttered closed and the one door.
Big enough for someone to get through? The windows?
Yes, if you like remove the planks, they have been like
Boarded up.
yeah, boarded up.
Are you good at getting through windows?
Not lately, but
Maybe once you've had a nap, you might feel a bit better about yourself though.
always time.
Well, let's get it on. Shall we go back down the mountain?
Yeah. Is there a slide? Or like an easy way down?
No.
This Halum takes over. Javier kind of like just walks back.
No, you have to go back the way you came, down the road that goes all the way down to the seawood, or you can climb down. Where is the way you came?
Up. Straight up.
Oh, you took the
We went around the
short
castle.
route. Okay, well, you can take that short route again. I would advise against it. It is dangerous. I mean, there are.
Yes, I don't. When I was told about it, I don't feel like that was emphasized enough. Took me by surprise.
Climbing a mountain in the middle of winter took you by surprise. It's a dangerous endeavour.
I did buy goggles in preparation. Which I thought would be enough.
I forgot to get this.
It's late though, isn't it?
It's like midday.
Is it?
It's like 2 or something. Yeah.
Why do I think it was late for?
Because you
No,
no, go
we-
to sleep and level up.
Because I did level up.
No, you haven't leveled up
Yeah, I
yet.
know.
All right. Well, we've got time. We should have enough time to walk down the long way.
Yeah, do you want to go on the way back? Do you want to pop past, see your friends at the tower?
Flagstaff Tower.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
not the way. Exactly.
Yes, not. But
We'll be walking
Or do you
past
want to
it.
do that tomorrow?
well, have we got to do anything else?
By the time we get there, it'll be late. Do they close? I don't know how that works, but it'll be super late.
Well, does the long way end? So we walk
Around where you have your pencil.
Oh, that's very close to where your tower is.
I thought we came out here.
I mean, might as well if you want to do that. It's all
Well, the
right.
sooner we do it, the sooner we'll find out more information about these visions. And the sooner I get promoted.
That's all my business was up here was just to be a courier for this man.
Yeah. Stings a little bit.
Yeah, it seems a little.
Well, I mean, the climb was quite fun. I quite enjoyed it. I don't know what you guys.
I could just trek around in the snow and the castle for half an hour.
Well, you can't really climb as high. I mean, it's quite a bit dangerous. You know, got the blood pumping.
I did leave the
The hooks, the pythons.
Pythons and the whatever. It's fine.
Oh, we can buy some more, it's fine.
Only if you don't want to do it ever again. I take that off my bucket list. I need to do it again.
All right, let's be on our way.
Wasn't it your rope? You left there?
We
Oh,
are.
do we need the rope?
We are.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what.
thought we got the rope, we just left the python.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can just walk to the ledge and just.
Yeah, I'll
grab
get
the
the rope.
and just leave the
Leave our rope.
pitons in the wall.
All right.
So you start making your way down. You know, the wind is still, it's going, it's not quite dark. It's about maybe, because you came here after buying some stuff and immediately in the morning. So I'm going to say that it's about 2 p.m. It's going to get dark in a few hours still. But it's kind of like chilly, and as you're walking, takes you about a couple of hours to just not see where you were anymore up in the distance. You almost see the city growing slowly as you go down. The smoke coming from the chimneys, lights, single fires that are lit in different places as it's getting darker and darker in the distance. It's a beautiful sight. You can command a view of the whole city from up here. And as you go, give me a marching order, please.
Ooh.
Skoda isn't there.
No, he's not there. He's at home.
Ready the action cam, are we?
Oh, you're near the front. I'm assuming you taking the front section.
I'll be in the middle, probably with George. You
You're
can
trudging through the snow.
How
as
we
you
started the line that way, and now they said no, the line's going this way. Like bends around.
You're kind of the path is not narrow. It's quite wide. There is, you can tell that you can ride horses and draw carriages all the way up to picked up area, which is where the griffin statue is, with supplies. Not in winter, they're cut off at the moment. They use their griffins to bring stuff up there. But in normal conditions, you will be able to drive a carriageway through this winding path down the mountain, and you have the mountain kind of sloping downwards to your right and upwards to your left. And it's kind of all, there are some trees and stone and everything is covered in snow, and you go, and sometimes it gets a bit harder to see where the path is, because you don't know if you're about to step onto a slope that has been covered with snow. So whoever is going up first, make a survival check to guide the party through the path in a safe manner.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, well, you can have help.
Okay.
I'm going to consider that
Okay, we're all helping.
you are all helping.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly the help is cut off. Rolling.
Yeah.
You lost everyone, where are they?
Yeah. No one is helping you anymore. Okay, so yeah, you are pretty confident. You go with your stuff and you go, no here. This is dangerous. I'm better here. Run that rock. You're going down. You remember that scene from The Lord of the Rings where you have everyone kind of turning around the rock with the whole party. So there is 5 of you. You're missing the 4 hobbits.
We left 2 of them at the top.
And you're kind of going there, and after about 2 hours, it's about to get dark. You start to see, when you see when everything is snowed in. I don't know if you've ever been in super dark areas, just with moonlight. Everything looks the same. The shapes kind of deform, so you don't know whether it's a tree, a rock.
Giant bear. Dragon.
It is, you just see darkness. The snow absorbs almost any distinct shape that everything had. It kind of blurs everything together. So you're kind of there, but you're still pretty good. And it's okay, yeah, remember.
I'm going to cast light on my amulet thing I've got.
Okay, so you go in your amulet.
Yes, no.
Yeah, okay. So you have a light around you, and that definitely helps. You see bushes and whatnot. And at one point from some distance ahead and above you, you all start hearing a faint music. Someone's singing. Yeah. And a sad song appears to be.
I cover my ears.
Sounds super ominous.
You mean ahead and above us? I mean, we are going down the mountain and...
Yes, so it is to the left, the mountain goes up. And
Oh, okay.
How
Uh,
far above us? Like,
no, it probably not too far. I mean, it's kind of like at an angle, you know, at in an
Have I ever
upward
heard
slope.
any water-deep lore of singing mountain people?
Make a history check. You can also do that, Niall.
13.
13.
Mine's less.
Also, sorry, I meant to say back when on top of the mountain, but I assume we took like a short rest while we were.
Mine's
kind
an
of-
8.
Yeah, you took a short rest while you were with Hallam. Huh? 8. Okay. So Silas, there are like some hermits that live up here. Some people that have made their business trading with like Pitop Airy, but not a lot. I mean, it's normally like stories of like crazy hermit that decided to live up there. There are no like a consistent memory that you have of, oh yeah, there's like a bunch of people that live in a village up there.
Well, someone's having a miserable time.
What?
Why are you covering your ears?
Oh, I don't like the song. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Is it in common or something?
Yeah, it's in common. It is in fact a common. I'm gonna say it is in fact a ballad that not you two, but you three will recognize. Some kind of like famous inn ballad about a maiden or whatnot. A sad song.
Should we let them know we're passing, or?
when they're doing them, they seem depressed. Maybe we should just let them leave them be.
I mean, they'll probably see us, you're carrying a light.
And at this point, you hear a second voice joining the same song, although with an off harmony thing. It's a bit jarring. It's not like they are trying to like sing in with what is it called when you have like a half octave or whatever. There's something slightly off about this voice, as it's trying to be in tune, but it's not quite there.
Same words though.
Yeah, the same words. And at this point, please, everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey.
Except you. You're covering your ears.
19.
19,
15.
15,
10.
10. Niall?
It's gonna be bad because he's checking.
It's got like plus 5 to his.
Yeah, but he has to check.
Is it +5?
Yeah, because you got proficiency and plus 3.
So it'll be 12.
12. Okay. You all feel certain alluring qualities of this song, but you in particular, Millicent, there's something beautiful about it. It totally overwhelms you. The sadness of the song, and you cannot help but immediately stop for a moment and start. You notice that Millicent, they start working towards where the source of the sun is, and the sound, and because it's kind of like going a bit up there, they immediately reach like a snowy rock and kind of like start climbing it.
Am I like a zombie or am I just into it?
No, you're not a zombie, but you cannot help but walk towards that direction.
As she's in front, yeah. As soon as she starts like climbing up, grab her on the back. At least I can leave them alone.
You said it was a good idea. Maybe we should go up there. I thought it sounded nice.
You want to go there. You need to go there. The song beckons.
Approach myself back up this rock again.
Pull it back down. It's
Athletics versus athletics.
11.
9.
Yeah.
You wiggly.
Yeah, you kind of like never do athletics against Millicent. Remember Laura now. They manage to kind of like push you out and climb to the next rock, and you start kind of like
Really? You're leaving us without the light?
Well,
Yes.
come with me then.
You cannot see. You now see the sphere of light, and Millicent is climbing an area where it's not as easy to walk in now. They are
Yeah.
going into like more dangerous territory because it's off the path.
I'm going to cast Dance the Lights,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to sort of have one around us and send the other one sort of what I think the origin of the music is.
Okay, so you go.
As far. Yeah.
How far you can send them?
I think it's 60.
And they cannot be further,
Oh,
30 feet further from each other. I think.
And as the
It's,
lights
it's
go,
120 feet actually.
Alright, but what I mean is,
Yeah.
if you put 120 feet, you cannot have one where you are.
Okay.
They can only be 30
Alright, so
feet.
it's 30, 30, 30. Okay,
Yeah.
90 the first one. Then.
Okay, make another wisdom saving throw as you're climbing.
as the lights go off, I'm just gonna shout up.
It's 5.
5. You are single-mindedly.
Can we see the path? So if she's gonna like walk off a cliff or the
No,
lights like,
they are climbing towards the source of the music,
okay, so
but
it's
they
not
don't.
like-
It doesn't look. It looks like it is kind of like foresty and rocks there. It is much harder to walk
Yeah.
through where they're going than the path,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look like they're going like straight into a
What
cliff.
is wrong with her?
Whoever's up there, we got a friend coming your way, so don't be alarmed.
We should leave them practice this.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first voice raises its volume. Everyone make a second wisdom saving throw, please.
Do I have to make it?
Well, I mean, are you still covering your ears?
Ooh. That ain't good.
I'm still walking. I didn't know.
Not
please.
even.
What'd you roll?
You're in the darkness.
What?
7, 8.
7, 8, and
21.
21. Okay.
22.
As you're saying that, you know, Genhul kind of like stop them in the middle of the path. You're talking, you're casting the lights, and now Niall and Silas, you both are like,
Actually, it's
wait,
not that bad.
yeah, let's go with Millie. That sounds absolutely incredible. Let's meet these people, whoever they are. This song is incredible.
Yeah.
And you start climbing behind Millie.
What the fuck are you doing? You just said.
Yeah, but it reminds
Wait,
me of being
where-
in Bells, doesn't it? Tavern songs.
where are you going?
It's quite nice.
It is
very-
interesting because you are the only ones that recognize this song. You two are like.
I join in. I start
This is-
singing. as
You
I
start
climb.
singing as you
Oh,
start
you got.
climbing.
I
This
can't
is
have
very,
that 'cause I
this
can't
is
hear
very
anyone.
strange.
Yeah, you're like,
This is weird. I'm starting to get. I mean, I'm gonna get suspicious. I mean,
yeah, of course, do whatever you want.
It's I don't know. This sounds very strange. They just said like they didn't want to go, and now they go. And
As you climb some more, make another wisdom saving throw.
can I?
18.
18. Okay. You hear the steps of Silas and Niall that are coming behind you, and you are like, kind of like almost swaying slowly with the music. It has a soothing quality to it. And as you're about to climb another rock, you suddenly stop yourself. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? And you look, and there is like a crevice, and you were just going to walk straight into it, and you look behind you, and it's dangerous, and it's like, what the fuck have I been climbing here? You look up, you cannot see the source of the music, but the music's still there. But now you feel it. You feel this harmony. There's something off about this. This is not a nice song. What if I was thinking? You two asked. Sorry, that was like the moment as you break off, and you two guys start reaching Millie that has suddenly stopped and is looking down with the light, so you can see everything perfectly around them. Make another wisdom saving throw as you reach them.
Oh, 18. No. That's wrong. 15.
25.
25.
No, sorry, 20.
Well.
22.
So same for
22.
as you both reach where Millicent is, suddenly the same thing happens to you, and they're like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And you kind of all like pile up behind Millicent, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Kind of like hands on everyone else's shoulder. What the fuck are we doing here? You both see that happening. They start climbing, and you are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like shouting from down there, and then they suddenly stop.
I'm gonna put my hood up. I'm gonna try to tie it up a little bit. Just to, let's go get them.
What?
They sound bloody awful again. Let's go back.
Turn around. I'm gonna dive onto you.
I was like,
And-
dive.
I'm diving onto you. I'm diving to you. into your arms essentially because I'm a little bit higher than you and I want to get away from this edge.
Okay, so you turn around, and as you jump down into Niall's arms, everyone roll initiative, because at that point you hear a screech from where the music was coming, and amongst the shadows,
Oh.
you know, these like these formless shadows of snow and rock and whatnot. It feels like wings. A screech, and something is barreling, diving, flying towards where you are.
Alright.
So,
So I guess the reality is
12
something
minutes
more
now.
like
So
this.
would this be a good time to stop?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for you.
Yeah, we only need to stop for like 10 minutes.
That's
So
alright.
let me do the initiatives.
You writing yourself a little cheat sheet earlier?
Just keep loading that up.
I just did this, so just write your ones that you're proficient in.
Cannot
The
you
rest
hear
you
it? It's out of pitch, you idiots.
I'm still slightly singing along as I come to like.
The sign of life did flicker.
Genhol, what did you roll?
20!
20. Wow.
Natural 20. I'm just too much to place today already. I'm just, that's
Silas.
it. That's it. Everything else is going to be
12. Keth,
14.
14. Niall,
Coming too.
It's fitting because it's a 1.
15.
No,
It's a
15.
1.
It's a 1.
It's
a 1.
As
And
you're trying like.
Millie?
5.
5.
Millie approaches.
Well, yeah, basically Millie jumped on top of you, and that kind of like puts you, unbalances you a bit, and you are very slow to react as you hear this horrible sound coming from behind you. You, Silas, are the one that immediately notices, like, what the fuck is that? You, Genhorn, that are down there and cannot hear, you hear a bit of the screeching like piercing through your hands, but cannot hear, but you immediately notice like a shape moving, you two, Keth, from down there. You are actually the two first to react. And we're going to take a quick break there, because we need to apply for Gencon events. So,
Gen Con.
Gen Con.
People would be like, what's he just say? Jenga?
yeah,
Jenga?
we'll be here in like 15
great.
minutes.
Well, yeah.
we are back. We submitted our Jenkins applications, and we are ready to see what this thing is that is attacking the party after luring them with a weird song. So, first initiative. Genhol, you are quick to react. You're covering your ears as you see this strange, strange thing coming in from above. At that point, it's only Millicent's light that allows you to see kind of the shape just beyond the range of the light. It's 30, right?
But I have the dancing lights as well, remember?
Oh yeah, you have dancing light. Those are dim though. So it is kind of, you can see it. It is currently in dim light, the creature. And you can see it has leathery wings. Humanoid figure has legs and arms with talons. And it's just flying down with a horrible face, I guess.
That's so high.
Make a nature check.
Can you see them? I can't remember.
7.
7. Sorry, it's not leather wings. It's feathery wings. It's feather wings, but talons. It looks to have. It looks like essentially like a naked woman, but with a bit of
Sexy.
an unsettling visage. What do you do?
So it doesn't look. It's like it's any kind of beast though.
No, it's not a beast.
Okie dokie. None of these spells I have will work. I'm gonna go to the pub.
Is the action cam capturing where the thing is? Or
Yeah,
it's too
yeah.
high? There.
Well, not quite, but it's fine.
You can tilt it up. maybe?
Yeah,
You can tilt it up a bit. No, the actual thing at the top.
Oh, yeah. Wait, we'll eventually do the legs down with that. Does that work?
Yeah, it's also easier to manipulate the legs.
Yeah.
Just gonna pick up a bit of like snow off the ground.
Okay, you pick up a bunch of snow.
It's how far is this thing from me? I can't really.
About 50 feet.
Yeah, okay, about 50 feet. Okay. And then gonna cast ice knife.
Oh wait, no, probably more. Sorry.
And throw the. But it turns into like a shard of ice. And
Okay, so you go. What's the range?
60 foot. I mean, I can move a bit closer. I can't really tell.
You will have to move a bit closer, I believe.
I
You-
forgot about the.
yeah. Remember Pythagoras. You can probably climb there because you can. Keep in mind that it's not sheer.
Yeah.
It is kind of like gentle rocks and slope and whatnot. Is it an attack?
Spell attack, yeah.
Go for it.
So plus 5, isn't it, for these? So 19.
That will hit.
So that's 1d10 damage. And you have to make a dex saving throw, I think.
No, that'd be weird if you also.
No, it explodes. So it first
Yeah.
hits you with some damage and then it explodes in shards.
Okay.
Oh, it's not a cantrip then.
It's not level 1 spell.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Ooh, 9.
It's a nuts cantrip.
So
9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage
Yep.
and dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw, yeah.
3.
Okay, so that fails. Then 2d6 cold damage as well.
2d6 cold damage. So you see.
6.
6. Okay. So you see as Genhorn grabs a bunch of snow and it throws it, and as it throws it, and you're like, fucking snowball at creatures. It suddenly goes. It turns into like a sharp, like lean object, and it flies. It's kind of like sinks underneath the armpit, and then explodes. And the creature shrieks in a horrible, inhuman way, even though she looks human. She's definitely making like really weird noises now. That was your turn. Keth.
Not my hand, but my ears.
How high is she? How high is she?
I'm gonna say she's about 50 feet higher than you are.
So if I was right under her, could I cast Lightning Alert that has a 15 feet?
I mean, you had to go to climb all the way up there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on me,
Bonus action.
bonus action,
Correct.
and I'm gonna move 60 feet.
So okay.
towards her. So you said it was about 60, so I'll just get right under her.
Well, no, like straight here. but not like in a diagonal. She's 50 feet above you, but
Oh, 50.
50.
Oh, I thought it said 15. Sorry.
Oh, look at the map. How can that be 15?
Well, that's more like 25. 20.
No, but above you, so you're like down on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's like 25, 25 kind of.
Yeah. So tell me what you want to do. You want to?
I want to move like under her and cast lightning.
Okay, make an acrobatics check because you are moving
Okay.
very fast in rocky, snowy terrain.
14.
14. Okay. It's difficult terrain, so the idea is to see whether it affects
how
you as much.
Yeah.
Move yourself on the same platform as Genhorn,
Uh-huh.
near it at the very end, so further than Genhorn. But you couldn't quite manage to get like
Okay.
the last bit, so she's now still like 25 feet above you.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna use my action to move right under her.
Okay, then that you can do. So you finish the rest of the climb like you're on the other side of the crevice that they were all staring into. Is that about to fall with the crevice where all these bunch of minis are?
I did try it.
Oh, okay.
It's quite solid.
Okay, so that was your turn, Silas.
I'm gonna jump into this bush and bonus action hide.
Okay, bonus action high, go for it. It's more like a tree, but yeah, I don't have actual trees.
Oh, it's not great. I'm gonna assume she can see me with a 9.
Okay.
Unless has she got dark vision? You never know.
You never know, but
Dark vision would be because it's darkness, so it'd still be disadvantage.
okay. Just so you know, my car has been processed. All tickets added to car.
Mine is also. Do we send them to the place we did last time? Because I can do that.
But mine is all added to cart. I got all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Cool, perfect.
Alright.
Okay, so we have 2 hours now to process that, right? If you're gonna do it, go for it. So you bonus action hide in the bush, looking up at the thing. What do you do?
Well then I'll load a bolt into my crossbow and try and shoot
Okay,
it. But do I
as you
have-
try to shoot it from between, she goes, and you can tell she's.
So even with the -5, because it is just it is darkness now, so it's dim.
Well, there's
Yeah.
dim light there. Actually,
Wait.
wait.
Casting light, so you're within the light of Millie.
Yeah, you're in the light.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're in the light. She doesn't have dark vision, but you're in the light.
In which case, Rego shot. That's fine. It hits her anyway, but I don't have the advantage. So no sneak attack. 22.
22. Yeah, that hits.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. And you stay there.
I'll move.
So what did you shoot with, like crossbow?
Yeah, crossbow.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna move back slightly and then
yeah.
hunker down.
Yeah,
behind
that's
the
like
creature.
a big rock there. That
Yeah.
trunk. Okay.
So I'll try and take some cover.
It is
behind.
now the creature's turn, and the creature's turn will fly straight towards where Millie and Niall is. So put it there, correct? And it comes.
Go. Leap across the crevice.
It comes with the claws. Slashes twice at you, Millicent. Yeah, you're like you are
Let's
the.
get it. You're my new shield.
So first attack is 22,
Remember, you have 7 temporary hit points.
and the second attack is 8. So only one hit,
Surprise.
and you take 5 points of slashing damage as the claw kind of the talons kind of score across your shoulder. So you take them out of temporary, and then she's gonna fly up. Put her in with the shorter one.
Gonna punch it.
Yeah, you can punch her. She's gonna fly up just a few feet
Can
above.
Can I also hit her? Is that-
No, because you're.
Yeah, she's the other side.
You are in. Yeah, just put the trees up. Yeah. Or just move the
Let's
trees a
just
bit.
get rid of the trees, otherwise
Maybe out of the
nobody
way.
has. Whoa.
There is a tree there you can hide in. So you're gonna punch her.
15 to hit.
15 to hit. That hits. You go. Boom.
That's 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay. You punch it in the face. It didn't like it. And it's now your turn, Millie.
Excellent. I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna get down out of his arms and then just stand behind his shield, and then I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cast that as I run behind him.
Okay. So you run. You start like going backwards and go. Chaos Bolt. Go for it. It's an attack, right?
Yes. That's 14
That-
plus.
That hits.
Okay. 3. 2.
Descending.
How much damage is it?
At 9 with your dices.
And I'm going to do 9 points of force damage.
9 points of force damage.
How much lower some of the feathers up? Yeah, she was. How it go? I thought she was going to do way more.
Okay.
One against
You
fire.
go, and as the force kind of impacts her, the wings kind of like flap a bit randomly for a moment. You can tell that it was good impact, but still maintaining her hover. This will count hover. And it is now another creature's turn. As you, Kev, you look as you're kind of with there trying to do something about it, as the thing flies over you, and then you hear a screech from the other. Oh fuck! From behind the tree, another creature appears.
Okay.
The same?
It looks exactly the same. No, just fly all the way to Keth. Yeah,
It's my reaction to turn.
yeah. You can use your reaction to turn, and he's gonna like claw you.
Look, look. Too soon when I said, I thought it was
So, oh wow, that's a 14 to hit.
I got 15 armor class.
Okay, but the other one is natural 20.
That's definitely a hit.
Wait, you've got natural 20 armor.
So it is love dice. 3, 4, 5, 8 plus 1. 9 slashing damage as it takes a claw. Then, so with the first one, with your shield, you have a shield.
No,
up?
I have a shield.
Okay, you use like your armored arm kind of like to deflect a claw, but that kind of like opens your face and it goes score across the face.
Oh, my
3
pretty
horrible
face.
claw marks. That was their turn. It's now Niles.
Alright, I'll do like a protective. Prefer my own shield, Millie! Guard with my cape.
Okay, with your cape, you billow. You are kind of camouflaged here with all the snow, with all the shiny white armor.
It's not as shiny as me.
Um,
Gun and bolt.
Yes, it's within the light, so you can see her perfectly.
Fuck's sake, I never can hit
You
this.
never
That's
hit with
8.
that.
8. You go into the winter night. And
Salune, bless me.
you see, it's not snowing, and it's actually a clear night with a beautiful moon, crescent moon. But yeah, no blessing for them.
Well.
Oh, expeditious retreat concentration.
It's gone.
Okay.
And it's gone.
Okay,
I'll
so
just stay on the open with my shield up.
yes. Okay, top of the round, Genholm.
Is that your action?
Genhorn.
I'm
Starts
gonna.
singing his own song. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw.
It's definitely out of tune.
It's so beautiful.
It's gonna
This tune has like
get up here.
melodical similarities
closer.
to Eminent and Sonic Marshals, really.
Can mold some earth so that it like there's a little bit of a rise here, so a little bit of a bump,
What do you mean?
like just here. There's like so there's a bit of cover where Silas is.
Well, no, it is a low stone. It is a low stone that is maybe 3 feet. If you were a halfling, it would be great, but you're massive.
I'm hunkered down
Yeah.
behind it.
Well, fine, whatever. I won't help you out then. I will get my sling out, have a little slingshot action on that bad boy.
Okay, so you go, take the sling out.
Pick up the lodestone.
Natural one.
You go,
It's Silas.
boom! Oh, it hits you in the side of the head. It didn't quite pick up that much speed, so it doesn't do damage.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna fuck this. Sort of spirit of the hawk, I command thee. The aura of the hawk appears to.
Okay, I have a hawk, but I don't have it here. Grab, if I can grab like the black goblin.
Black
Use
goblin, same
this
thing.
cat.
Spirit of the Black Goblin.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Use the cat.
Where to?
Where you put it?
So
Yeah, it's
Standing graciously on the rock.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
it's 30 foot, so I'll put it like over here so that it covers.
Well, can it hover? In...
Yeah, it's just a spirit, isn't it? You can do
Okay.
whatever you want.
Oh, and it's a hawk. I guess.
It's kind of hover.
Okay, so
So everybody in the aura that I grant to, which is everyone, not the bad people, have keen sight. So basically, everyone in the thing has advantage on wisdom and perception checks, essentially in the aura. So you can all actually see properly.
Fantastic.
and there was something else.
Yeah, but that's a reaction.
Oh, okay, cool. Suddenly, as a spectral hawk kind of like... That's an eagle, and a bad one at that, but doesn't matter. It kind of like appears, and with its spectral form start floating there, and suddenly you'll see better.
This distracting bird is helping me concentrate on something else.
Damn you! You're gonna make me make all the animal noises. Keth, you're up. You have one of these horrible, like naked, horrible visage, feathered woman with talons and claws.
Gonna say, curse you, horrible naked fellow woman.
And I'm gonna curse her.
Oh, you actually curse. Okay.
And I'm gonna double-handed attack with my sword.
There you go.
You gotta make your curse voices into Keth's voice because you go into your talons.
Holds for thee.
Ooh, critical because it's a 19.
Curse.
Oh, okay, yes. Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's gonna be
Yeah, that's a very effective curse.
That's the
A D10.
2d10 plus your thing.
So I roll twice then?
Yeah, you roll twice.
He did the
So
shape.
that's 8 plus 4 plus 2 of the curse. So
14.
14.
Alright.
Plus 4. Plus 6. It's charisma plus proficiency.
No,
Yeah,
damage
plus
is
4
not
plus
proficiency.
damage.
Oh, right.
So it's 14.
14. So you go, you cut and almost like cut one of the wings through, and it's kind of like flapping there. And it's looking at you very angry. Silas, you're up.
I probably can't make it in one run to get to that one there, can I?
With your bonus action, you might do, but you might need to
1, 2,
jump
3,
across the
4,
crevice.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 10 squares away from where you are.
In which case I will bonus action dash. Ooh, do a little hop. Whoop.
Yeah.
Over the crevice.
Make a quick acrobatics check because it's snowing and
If you want,
Just a quick one.
do you know when you just like? Okay.
7 plus
I thought it was the one.
acrobatics. You say so 10.
10, you're fine. You go. You feel like you're about to sleep, and then you take a quick jump, and you're on the other
Well,
side.
as I jump, I then use the snow and I I slide in and I do a slash across with my
Okay, so
short
you
sword.
go up,
Yes.
an upwards movement. Go for it.
As you do,
Oh. What you said?
I was gonna say, as you do. Wait, how far away are you? Let me just check. Sorry.
Okay, it's a hit then.
It's gonna be a hit.
The hawk is 30 feet. Yeah, we say it is 30
Okay,
feet.
I can grant you advantage on your go.
Okay, well I'll take it because I could get 20.
As you are about to go there, suddenly the hawk goes.
I didn't get a 20, but it'll hit 20. So
Okay.
24 total. Sneak
And
attack.
you're like, thank you, hawk. You sound great.
And I just
Yeah.
score up the back.
Yeah.
Those
This is-
sixes.
Hmm?
Are those sixes?
Yeah, those are sixes.
Wow.
So 12, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
As I come in.
Really,
You go.
really crippling.
And you pretty much did almost disembowel her. In fact, you cut open, and some of the intestine kind of like start pouring out with blood on your face now because you sleep. And it's kind of like, and it's looking really, really bad.
And just
Get back!
It is now.
I saw you get slashed up, man. You're not-
It's now the other turn, the other one turn, the one that is flying there, and that one just looks around, sees all the people that has suddenly show up, and she's not liking this, so she goes, and with her like fucked up wing, she flies, double dashing into the corner air, and you out of view because she flies like 80 feet, and it's now Millicent's turn.
Okay. The other one's still there.
Yep.
I'm gonna run over to here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to shoot that one with Ray of Frost with advantage.
You're gonna TOC.
Yes. Which is good because I rolled a 2. I made it up with 11 plus 6, 17.
17.
So minus 2, 15, is that it?
Yeah, that hits.
Otherwise, you would get a ray of frost.
So that's just 4 points of cold damage and minus 10 to this view.
4 points.
4.
You see as a ray of frost kind of like hits there. At first, it looks like a snowball out of nowhere. The creature, though, it's still alive. It's kind of like, and it looks at the other one that flew away, and she's shouting into the distance. And it is now her turn, and she is going to.
Do you understand the language or anything?
Huh?
Do you understand the language they're saying?
Is it a language?
It appears to be random noises, although, well, you didn't hear the song, but she was singing in common. She will disengage and fly away.
I can't do anything because she's disengaged. You tricked me.
She flies 40 feet, so she's
Minus 10.
still minus 10.
So 30.
30, so she's still in dim light range, more or less. You can still vaguely see her shape
My
in the
eyes are
distance.
no longer on, so it's only Millicent's.
Oh, your light is gone.
Yeah.
Millicent, which is too far away. Actually, you cannot almost not see her.
But with the hawk, just like you're like, wait a minute.
Well, you can see her. It will be at the disadvantage attacking. It's almost like if she has, if she's out of sight. So Niall,
So I can't see her.
where are you?
You don't have dark vision, neither do you.
Oh, you don't, no.
You have hawk sight.
Every time. Just let him go. They're done. I made an error in judgment.
Again,
Let's just continue down.
Well, have they gone?
They're flying off.
Well, let's just go home then. 'Cause it's dangerous up there. You might fall off into the crevasse, whatever you call it.
crevice. No, crevice.
Crevasse. Oh, crevasse.
Crevasse. Okay.
Crevasse.
Good crevice is like
Yeah,
small.
crevasse is spelled there.
I say you Niall make a
Over here, right?
a flat intelligence check to see if you might have read or heard about what these creatures might be once you were like really close to them. Okay.
What'd you roll? A little one, yes.
What you do know, Genhor, is that it appears they acted in a classic predatory manner, and when the prey wasn't as weak as they expected, they disengaged. Essentially, how a normal predator does in the wild. They're not going to risk their life for a meal if they cannot get it. So that's the feeling you get from them attacking, like and then suddenly being overwhelmed, flying away. So.
Wait, I still got a turn.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you still got a turn, and yeah, you can see her.
I can. So I'll move forward slightly and attempt to hide behind a rock.
Well, you don't need to.
Okay, go for it.
You've got advantage anyway.
I don't have advantage.
I'll give you advantage from the hawk.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll move behind slightly, set up like stably on a rock and just try and shoot with a shotgun. Not shotgun, crossbow.
Whoa! Hang on,
Welcome to D and AG.
And suddenly shotgun.
What? I mean, the shotgun would be the worst, so it's flying away as well. You're like, bang! Oh yeah, scout,
It's like
yeah.
clay pigeon shoot.
I mean, shotgun scattering games is not realistic. It's stupid. That's not how shotgun works. That's why you actually use them to hunt ducks.
Yeah, because they'll explode and shoot in like it's quite cone.
Go for it though.
So flat because I've got advantage, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, it's a 19.
Well,
Plus-
that's gonna
plus
hit.
6. So, what about my sneak attack? Because I have advantage and disadvantage, but I have advantage. That means I can still use sneak attack. Right?
No, if you
No,
have,
no,
if you
no.
have any
They
combination
cancel
flat-
each other.
Do they
You
cancel
need to
each
have the advantage for
Okay.
sneak attack.
So it's not like you can.
Yeah.
No. It's a 1 plus 2. So 3
Three.
points of damage.
That's exactly it.
Oh, you need
So you go, pew, and you go.
Gets from the back of the neck. Just gets a toe. Pathetic. the roll was good. It was a 25.
to the depths below.
It falls some distance into the rocks there. You can see where she fell.
With the Hexblade Curse, do I get a hit
Swallow
points
it!
back even if I don't kill it?
Does it say that you? I mean, you should.
What's the wording?
I can't remember. I mean, I know I get hit points back when the creature dies. I just can't remember.
Let me just check.
The mark off my crossbow bolt.
The other ones do.
That's really slow.
Hexblade Curse. If the curse target dies, you regain hit points.
Sweet. Alright, back
Equal
full.
to your wall
Yeah.
of level plus your curse.
Curse.
No one took
It's
any
like
damage.
The wall of shadow just goes.
Well, we
Yes.
got damaged by your extra
Yeah,
hit
you
points.
see,
Yeah.
you shoot, and it goes, and as she's starting to fall, there is a weird, silvery, wispy, kind of almost imagine like fireflies, but white and silvery instead of like almost like moths, like bright moths, and they go flying and into Keth.
Good right. Good shot.
Yeah, you shouldn't keep your mouth open near what like moths. They just fly in your mouth and
Yeah, sometimes skull eats bees and then man like smells it.
Oh,
Be careful with bugs.
yeah. Forward over.
Is anyone hurt?
I think we're alright. Are you okay, Millicent?
I mean, it scratched me, but I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, I think that thing you did earlier really helped.
The
Made me feel
bear,
good
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's
He said this was the safe bloody way, didn't he? Tell us these were here.
Well, I doubt he probably comes up and down himself. So you know, and monks generally they don't really listen to people, do they? So they're probably not got a problem.
Never worried about this next time we see him.
I don't know, I think this was just about as safe as the other way, don't you think? And we nearly fell to our death, but we nearly fell to our death the other
Yeah, but the
way
hard
too.
work was already done. We had the pythons in our bloody wall.
I think I do
Well,
can do something.
5 at the top.
Right.
There's one.
Oh, we were okay,
We'll go
but
for
you
that.
nearly fell to your death here and there, so
Yeah.
it's the same.
I'd rather face harpies than face the mountain. Well, harpies,
I hear
wherever
he's
they
pretty,
were.
I hear he's pretty good with the sword.
What? Oh. Alright, let's be on our way then.
So just next time we hear voices, we do what you do.
Yeah, I mean,
What
Did
made
you know?
think to cover your ears?
well, I mean, if you ever go in the mountains and you hear weird sounds, you just put your hands over it. Don't pretend it's not
Sorry,
there.
sorry, just one thing. One thing you notice that one that kind of like died there. She had she wasn't quite 100% naked. She had a piece of cloth that kind of like as a sash, essentially, just tied around her waist.
Oh, is the body still recoverable? Is that? has it
Yeah, the
fallen?
body just fell there.
Oh, okay.
You can, if you take your time, if you go easy, not in the middle of combat, you don't need to roll to just get there.
Okay, well, let's go check it out.
Get up like some of her feathers, make me some quills, might be quite nice.
What is that
That's
creature
just
anyway? Anyone seen that?
Need the
we
death
take a
bottle.
bit of closer look. I couldn't see before. We got some light, please.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Alright, yeah.
Right. So you all go there.
Tried to kill you.
You see, it has one of the wing is completely like fucked with the because of so she's disemboweled and now bleeding all over the snow, and she has one crossbow bolt like kind of like in her shoulder, and she's very frosted over, and you know that it's not a great idea to be around like there might be either predators or scavengers that might just be come here because of the blood and everything. So you don't want to like linger for too long.
Can I pluck some of the feathers?
Yeah, of course.
Can I mean, like, now that I can actually see it up close, is there any, can I identify better what kind of creature it is?
Have you rolled already?
Yeah, but that was like far away, so.
You can grab as many as you want. She has big feathery wings.
Has she got anything on the sash?
So it's just a piece of cloth. That the weird thing is it has a bit of an iridescent kind of color with the light that Millicent is producing. You see that instead of being kind of like yellow or just a flat color, it's kind of almost shimmering. You know when silk has that quality that when you move it, it's kind of it kind of like ripples with color almost. It looks like that, and it is getting blooded because of
That is a beautiful sash for such a horrible creature.
What a waste.
Maybe a bit cold. Right.
Just run around the midriff.
I mean, are you wanting it? Because I mean, it's
I don't know. Is it?
not really weather appropriate.
Someone tell me how soft it is.
Guys, we can't hang around here
Well,
much longer. We have to. If you're going to
do
take
you
it,
think
take
that's
it.
magical or something? Look how
Well,
it
let me
ripples.
just. So I mean, does it like it's easy to get off, or?
yeah, it appears to be just tied around her waist.
Well, I'm just going to untie it.
And it appears to be quite long because it's kind of like looped many.
I'm just going to like untie it and just pass it to Kath.
You untie it and then you start pulling, and it is a big piece of cloth, like maybe this wide, that had been kind of like folded and quite long, like 3 meters long, that she had kind of like fashioned into a belt, as it were.
Right,
Is
cool.
it soft?
We've
And
got
it
her.
is, it feels like silk. And
Well,
as you put it in your hand, it kind of almost immediately with the weight, kind of like falls over and it ripples with color as
This is actually quite good fabric, it appears.
Yeah,
Now
well,
then,
can we talk
check
about it when we go
No,
back to the
it's
town?
used fabric.
Guys, come on.
Look at the glow. You could do the moon.
Will you stop looking at the glow? We have to go, guys.
Okay, yeah, let's
There'll be
move.
more. There'll be more things out here that are trying to kill us.
But how beautiful is this? Alright, let's go, big guy. Lead the way.
Alright.
So you
Take the sash.
take the piece of cloth. It is like a rectangular piece of cloth, and you start moving towards.
There was feathers like on the wings. It was feathery wings and stuff.
Yeah,
I'll just take one feather, just as
one feather.
Yeah.
Okay, you take one feather. You take.
I took 5.
You do 5 feathers. Okay. Make one last survival check to guide them through because it's getting darker and darker.
with help.
Yeah, you have the light of medicine. but
You
it
have
is-
disadvantage.
You have disadvantage because
You're
I mean
tired.
to checks.
I
You're
had a
tired.
long rest while we were fighting. Ooh, 20 again!
Wait, disadvantage.
No, but we've got advantage because
No,
someone's helping.
disadvantage because of help.
Oh yeah.
Just
Okay. Yeah, you are like yeah, guys. I've got this. Been in the mountains all my
Get
life.
this guy.
I am Giant King, and then you guide them through.
See the house.
Eventually, the snow starts. It's all snow all the way to Waterdeep, but it is a bit more trodden at the end of the path. It is a bit flatter. It hasn't accumulated, like fluffy snow as in the top, which makes everything more dangerous. And then the first building starts kind of like rising, and now you are in Waterdeep in the seaward.
So you want to go check on your badge giver then? Yes, well, we close so.
Just drop in. I can introduce you all.
Do they have ale?
I never asked.
Okay.
I don't think they do. It's a weird place. There's just big open.
There's a whole lot of nothing in this tower.
Well, in that case, you just pop in, I'll wait around outside.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same.
So,
Yeah.
milling around with that bunch too much.
If you say so.
We'll wait for you
Get on.
outside.
Yeah, I can call that what's down.
Very well.
If there is a pub around there, we'll just go into the pub and just wait for them.
The original 3.
So yeah, I mean there are like many in the castle ward, and you guys go to the Blackstaff Tower then.
Well, Seaward.
Sorry, you're in the sea ward.
Yeah.
So you're gonna stay in the sea ward.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait for them.
doing it
We're
right
just
now.
not going inside the tower.
Okay, so outside. Well, no, but what I mean is you have to go down to the castle ward. That's why I said the castle. The Blackstaff Tower is not where you are right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are we? But I thought we were going to your.
Yeah, Blackstaff Tower.
Is that? Oh, okay, I thought that's where his. But okay. Alright.
Yeah, I mean it's just south from where you are because the mountain ends way further north from where the castle is, and the Blackstaff Tower is near the castle. So you go, you circle around essentially. You came into the seaward and then circle around, and now walking next to that cliff side as it grows up, and you see up there the path you used to come down. You make your way to Blackstaff Tower. You see there the two, again, like centurion style soldiers. The moment they see you nod, and one of them opens the door. You can find a tavern or whatever outside.
We'll be at this pub.
Yeah, this looks kind of. I've never been in it before. Is it nice?
I don't know.
The tower you've been.
Oh right, I thought you were talking about the pub.
Oh no, I'm
No,
good
that
with
was just
you
so
guys.
you know that we're in a pub.
Oh okay. I mean I mentioned before. It's just this pub and it's just a place. They got offices upstairs. It's kind of weird. You go in there. It's like a fancy place. You go upstairs. It's all business.
It's a bit dusty.
I'll come take a look. So it's like.
I don't think it's dusty.
It's dusty.
It's not dusty.
It's dusty.
You make your way inside, see that same reception with the two sets of stairs that go up. You know the drill at this point. You go one set of stairs, and up there, currently, there is no one. You see a big table that has a map of Waterdeep that is even fancier than the one you have.
Swap.
And there's no one there. The big circular room with all the portraits of like different people that wore the Blackstaff, wielded the Blackstaff throughout the ages, and that side room from where Vashra emerged last time, but you don't see anyone.
Who are these people on the wall then? Who are the pictures?
Well, you know a bit of history. There are different people. One of the most famous one is the last Blackstaff.
Telling the blind.
They're all different people. Of times past.
Right. Is that it? Is that all you've got?
Yes,
The last one
summary.
is the famous one. It is the name given to the Archmage of Waterdeep. It's as I told you, it's a title. It's the actual staff and the title. And he was originally a nickname given to Kelvin Aronson. He was the original wielder of the Blackstaff, and he died about a long time ago. He died in not sure when. Let me say here. Yeah, some time ago. Oh, there we are. About 20 years ago.
Yeah. Just. Hello. Hello. You know they should really downsize.
You hear
There's not a lot of people.
almost a rustle of leaves, although there are no leaves, kind of like a whisper all around you. And then, wait there, I'll be right out. Don't touch anything.
Do they have any books in here?
Yeah, but don't touch them.
But I can read them though.
No, because you have to open.
The door opens and Vashra emerges. You recognize her, of course. Looking around. You are back soon. Good. Any findings to report?
Yes, we climbed the mountain the hard way because it was quicker. This was an important task.
Very well. I'm
Yes.
glad that it worked out for you.
We received the visions, which I will quote for quote now.
Okay. She grabs a piece of parchment from the map, the table with the map and the quill, and she starts writing them down.
Yes.
Yes.
It's all a bit abstract. It is ringing any
It
bells for you?
is. Not really, no. Although I have some suspicions about what this might be. I mean, the blotted sun in cave darkness. That could be our resident beholder friend. I don't know. I'll give it a think.
Sorry?
Hmm?
What do you mean, resident beholder?
You don't have to worry with that at this point in time.
I mean, we should be worrying about all these things.
No, I'll tell you what you need to worry about, so you can work for me in the manner I direct.
Right, so I don't work for you in the same way, so if you could tell me and then I can tell him.
No. Then,
Hi, by the way,
that's not how it works.
we've not met yet. I'm Genhorn.
Genhorn,
Yeah.
pleased to meet you. Welcome to the city of Waterdeep. Have you been living here for long? There are not many fair people that live here.
Yeah, no, not very long. No, I've just been working as a gardener up in the north part. So
Good, honest work.
yeah, thank you.
There was a little bit more.
Oh, do tell, please.
So, he got his little halflings on missions. And there was one called Tavia. And she was following an interesting fellow she believed is a priest of Bane. Of Bane!
I mean, not unheard. Baneites are not unheard to be around Waterdeep, although it is strictly forbidden, of course. I don't see how it has anything to do with this.
It's called
Food for thought, interesting.
a math circend. Sexend.
Cersant.
Circend.
Yes. I haven't heard of her.
But you just corrected the name. And I didn't know it was female.
Common last name.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of her, but look, keep in mind that Hlum and his apprentices are they work for themselves and perform sometimes they collaborate with the Order of the Gauntlet, and their interests and investigations may not be perfectly aligned with those of the city. They are a helpful ally, but and a priest of Bane, it is certainly something that he will be royally pissed off about and wanted to probably do something about it. But unless it has anything to do with what's going on right now in the city, it is not something that we'll pursue. So stay away from it.
Right, and Neverember's Enigma. Did you know what it actually was?
We know it. We know some things about it. Yes.
What do you know?
Do you know what it is?
No. You tell me the information I need to know.
Yeah, this,
You work on a need-to-know basis.
yeah, but you said specifically tell you about visions.
Yes, but if he shared information about Neverember's Enigma, you
Well-
need to tell it to me.
He only told me, and I don't work for you. So if you want me to tell you, then you have to tell me some information.
Or I can just force you to tell me, and then not be welcome in Blackstaff Tower anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Case closed, it's 500,000 dragons. Put a line into that one. Mystery unveiled.
You can tell. You have good insight. No? Passive insight. You have all three can tell that she has a bit of like she wants to keep. She's very young, as I told you, and she wants to keep like an air of authority. But the moment you say that number, she kind of like it takes her by surprise, and she kind of like her face betrays, "Holy shit,
Yes,
we're in trouble."
that's more than you thought, wasn't it?
It's certainly a son.
10 times more than what you thought. And then 10 times more than that.
It is certainly more than we thought. The disgraced Lord Neverember had embezzled, stolen from the city essentially, and this presents now a problem.
Yes, so should
Who
I
else
be
knows
worried
about this? I hope that you came to me straight after speaking to me.
We
Hello.
came down from that mountain. This was literally our first stop.
Good. Do Halom apprentices know about this?
Were they in the room?
Well, they were serving us tea, and also they probably do know it because
I think they were in the room.
they've been in the mountain with him for a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if.
They have a very close relationship, I think.
And he has ways of accessing information that others don't. But he's not the only one with that power, of course. I'm afraid the news will soon leak. We need to do some damage control and get the situation.
Why, who's leaking?
We don't know. The news will become public. That's
Only
what
us
I mean.
and you. Are you leaking?
Right,
Because I'm not leaking.
if there's
Are you
information,
leaking?
I mean, if the information's going to leak, he didn't want to come down from the mountain because he was worried that people would like read his mind or something. And people would know his things. That if his friends know, and then they come down from the mountain, then they'll be able to do that stuff to him. So maybe it's best that you tell us what you know about it, so that us good guys, we can all make good use of the information before like all the bad guys get this leak, and then they solve it all. They take all the money, and
Yes. This badge has also
Believe.
fulfilled its purpose now. I'll need a new one.
Make a perception check, Millie.
That's 21.
Let's just say that we knew that Lord Neverember had hidden something here. We knew that he had lots of agents that we have interrogated over the years. We didn't know the extent of the embezzlement, the extent of the theft, and the treasure trove. This confirmation, this is indeed very troubling news. I mean, it is good news in a way. It means that the city can now recover such a sum, but it's also troubling news because it means that whomever knew about this, whoever, you don't just move this kind of gold around. It is the sun. I could show you. You have a gold. And then she says, it seems to me that he somehow managed to make whomever heard him do this forget about it. We interrogated people, and we have means to get information out of people, and they generally, a lot of the agents that Lord Neverember left here in Waterdeep knew absolutely nothing, and we knew that they knew nothing.
Why couldn't he just kill the people that were working for him?
Because that's not what we do here.
But no, never ever. Like, he got people to move all this money for him because it's a lot of money, and then he killed them all so they can't tell anyone all his secrets.
He did this as he was Open Lord of Waterdeep. He couldn't just kill.
I mean, he just hit 500,000 dragons.
Yes, and that's, he's been very clever about it, but hiding lots of deaths would be actually harder. The bodies would be found and the trails would lead back to him. He somehow did something even smarter. He somehow erased the memories of everyone. That's why no one knows about this. That's why this has been an enigma for so far.
Just out of character, how much do we know about Silas's kind of memory? Because we know like he has
No.
nothing.
No.
No, he never mentioned anything. So, I'll give you a new vision. Go see Melun tomorrow at the Yawning Portal. Nighttime. Sorry, lunchtime. He
Yes.
doesn't like to be visited after hours, after lunchtime hours.
Right.
That badge. You hand it over to her. Well, you're holding it.
I polished it for you.
She doesn't pick it up. You are holding it,
Oh.
and she places her hand over it and mutters a word. And it kind of like glows a bit.
Yes.
Welcome
Yes.
to the Greyhounds. Now, within you have done a service to us, and you think you're now ready to. You're one of the few people that know about this. You too, although I hold no sway over you, I suggest that you keep this to yourselves. And Niall, you're going to be getting into all sorts of trouble now.
My eyes are tearing up.
So
Yes.
I will be able to tell where you are. Thanks to that badge. Don't lose it.
Does it look the same?
It looks the same.
It's fine.
But
It's fine.
It glowed for a moment.
Yes.
But now she's, her fingerprints are on it. Yeah.
Okay, quick wipe. Oh. So, do people know this badge? When I whip it out,
have a look.
do I keep it hidden?
That's the kind of thing that will help you if you get in trouble with the law.
Can I openly wear it?
I would prefer you don't. You will become a target.
I am already a target.
You need to understand that no matter how much you have involved accidentally yourself in these dealings, you are now in possession of more information than many of the people that might be playing this game, and they don't know the extent of it. So you are already a target. If you openly flaunt around that you're a greyhound, it's gonna get even worse for you. So don't. Stay safe, stay smart. Go to Maloon tomorrow at lunchtime for your next assignment.
Great. Don't worry, they can play this game. I will break the wheel.
Would you wouldn't happen to have access to any kind of libraries of information on creatures that I could have a read of? Would you?
I mean, the Temple of Ogma, the Temple of Knowledge, is the biggest library in the city. It's open to the public.
Is there like a private collection of like more secret books?
All libraries have those. Depending on what you're looking for, you might be granted access or not. It is not within my domain.
Oh.
It is a church, the Temple of Ogma, the
Okay.
God of Knowledge.
So I have to speak to them and ask them kindly.
Correct.
Alright, well, do you know, could you point that out to us on the map, whereabouts exactly?
Yep, she will go to the table where she has the map and point to a temple in the Sea Ward.
Thank you.
I won't let you down. The best decision you've ever made in your whole life. Short
I
life.
certainly hope so. I've been told I'm a bad judge of character.
Hey.
I hope I...
Not today.
Thank you very much, now with him, for a service well rendered.
Come on, Yang. Just get out of here. Let's skip out the door.
Yeah, no, I don't skip.
Oh, bugger. The other two, they know. They might be leaking right now.
Actually, at that point, we're both.
Yeah, that still has in the Jakes.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the sort of,
Quick.
I don't think they're
Just
the sort
behind
of
me.
people that
I'm gone.
that leak very easily.
Oh, that was a long leak. That was a long leak. I held that all the way down the mountain.
You were writing your names down in the snow.
They're a strange bunch, aren't they? Those three.
Yeah.
When we met them in the tavern that morning, they were a bunch of nobodies. Now one of them's joining whatever obsidian tower. Another one's turning into animals and got himself friends with a unicorn. And that little girl, I don't know,
Yeah, she's the most cryptic one, I reckon.
friends with that angry dwarf in that place and said they could smell magic on me.
Hmm.
Still,
Certainly a capable bunch.
Do you remember that dwarf who wanted to kill me, and then didn't want to kill me and wanted me to come with him? The one you stabbed. In the
Oh
shoulder.
yeah.
That's how I remember
That
people.
one, yeah.
Do you remember he mentioned an eye, didn't he? He was like, oh,
Yeah, I understand.
and
yeah.
a stone. So the eye kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? Creature with 3 eyes. Something about an eye. But this stone, I was thinking what Alam said. Nothing about stones. I wonder where that fits in. To all this. Strange.
Dunno.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Could
And
be.
still, $500,000 payout as well at the end of this. Well,
Wow.
$250,000 each. Not bad.
Well, I reckon.
I reckon
Yeah.
we move it by boat.
Or we could just chuck it all into the yawning portal. No one will have an arrow.
Seems like a waste.
Well, chuck ourselves afterwards. I know.
Yeah.
I know a few ways around there. We can exit somewhere else.
Not a bad idea.
Door bus open.
Door was open and in comes Niall beaming with pride, his armor even shinier if that's possible.
Guys! Oh, guys! Oh, there they are. Everything we learned at the mountain.
Yeah.
It's a secret, okay?
What are you guys,
It's a secret.
what are you guys saying? I can't hear you.
Did you tell anyone yet? You've been speaking to people.
You've been in the bar the whole time.
With people, yes.
I was gonna walk up to people and tell them I should climb down a mountain.
And spoke to a crazy monk that had weird dreams about towers and
Good.
plotted sons.
So you're not the leakers.
I mean, he just
You mean
said
leakers?
some of the information is there. Isn't that the kind of mistake we're trying to avoid?
The black stuff. She's very worried about it. She didn't even know what this enigma was. She was surprised by the number. Anyway, she said we need to keep it buttoned down. But she says it's going to leak anyway. I thought it was going to be you.
How does she know? Someone that suggests that something's going to leak is usually themselves the leak because they know it's going to leak because they're the one that's going to do it.
Oh, she wouldn't do that.
Are you
She
sure?
gave me this. Look. It's exactly the same.
You've
Look at it.
shown me this before.
Oh, sorry. It looks different in my eyes. It's. I got it. I got the
Put my
job.
hand over the badge. Remember not to show it in public.
Yes.
I mean, you got the
I
job.
got the job.
What job? What's
You
your
did
job
the
now?
job.
It's a
No.
secret,
We
apparently.
can't, we can't tell people.
Okay,
No, I
it's,
got it.
it's definitely gonna leak.
if we told you that you might want to kill him, apparently. So.
Huh?
What?
Sometimes it borders on that
What?
anyway.
Whoa.
Why would they do that?
Well, she told you
We're
before,
friends.
but you don't know. They might hate you.
No, we don't.
They
We
don't
don't
hate
hate you.
Well, not
Well-
you, but like, what kind of the badge represents.
You
I
know
don't
what? I'm going to use my cup.
Help!
Wipe the top.
Come in.
All right.
I think we should. Sorry, guys.
What were you gonna say, Kev? Sorry.
This is a bit of a more upscale, so it's 2 nibs per tankard.
5.
I think we're
Right.
both Halloum and this maid lady mean. Is
Wait,
that-
no, you don't drink ales, do you? 4.
Wait, no, wait. Too late.
You're paying for that.
Already paid for it.
Yeah, my mistake.
I think it just means that once more than 3 people know about this, they're gonna be asking questions. She's gonna be telling other people, and it's eventually she has no control over it once she speaks about it with someone else. So it is going to leak sooner or later. She's not really implying that we will. leak
Maybe
it.
we can start sowing disinformation or misinformation, whichever one you want to call it, around town, so that people don't know. So that if
So what do we stand to gain from that?
well, if then when this information leaks, if people have different parts and they won't know which one's actually real.
But if people don't know what's real and we go around telling things, people are going to be like, where did you hear this? These guys told us. The people that want the information will come to us and try
What
and
if
get...
we don't look like us though when we tell people the information?
Everyone we've spoken to about this has wanted to kill us, or they've been the good guys. So
It's 50.
At this point in
who are
time,
you saying this to? The person that's killing us, or the person we're trying to?
Well, that is a good point actually. That just means that if word comes out that we know this information, that means that people are gonna be even more so after us.
well, it's already happened, hasn't it? We had people show up at the house because apparently they think we're involved.
I thought
Now
that was
we
just
do.
you.
Now we really are.
Well, I mean, that's just me, but we've all been in the papers. Pick you up on something you just said though. The good guys. Who's the good guys in this?
I am definitely a good guy.
Excluding ourselves. I mean, in terms of the
Well, you
factions.
didn't put your hands up, so.
You're working for the city. Why do the city want the gold?
Because
Well,
it
that's-
belongs to the
Yeah,
city.
it sounds like it was
Stolen.
That's
embezzled
where it came
from
from.
the city,
That's where it
so.
should have been.
That's true, but obviously they stand to gain something from it. But
They were. Oh,
in the same way that every faction wants to claim the gold. What I'm saying is that we need to. We don't owe a lead. Well, I mean, you've got a
But
fancy
lawfully,
badge,
who's
actually,
in
so
it?
have you. I mean,
I'm
lawfully,
starting
no
to be-
one.
Cities.
I'm starting to get the impression that you want it for yourself.
No, not that. I'm saying
Inside check.
don't. You can inside check me, but I'm being honest. We just have to be aware that there are big powers at play, and we are small fish in this. And
Not
it's
anymore.
easy for these. Well, I mean, they're manipulating you with a badge, getting you to do their work. Because what I'm saying is, we don't know how expendable we are to whichever factions we owe allegiance to. People I used to know trying to kill me. People you used to know possibly trying to kill you. You only get so far before the people above you start biting down.
I mean, not to be funny about
I
what.
mean, your boss is a unicorn, so to be honest with you, I can't give you much direction.
So, first of all, I don't really know the unicorn that well. We've met once.
It's a slow burner.
Second of all, you kind of come from a more, how do I say this, criminal background.
That's not the way to put
I
it.
feel like you were
You have a way
searching
with
for a
words.
word there and then
So,
quickly ignored your own thoughts.
Based on that, I mean, the expectations of people. I'm not saying that people on the kind of more city orientated side of things might be better in general, because obviously the guy that embezzled the money in the first place.
Exactly.
But having been said, everyone in the nature side that works for the Enclave never had any problems with, so you know, maybe they're all alright. Maybe it's just you lot that are wrong. Millie works for good people, right?
Who do you work for, Millie?
I work for. I don't know really. I mean, I work for Timora. That's.
That's a deity, right?
Yeah.
so
And she's a good one. She's the good people. Those are the good guys.
I mean, there's good and there's bad, but you need both. Otherwise, it doesn't make much sense. But
like
yeah,
the heads and tails of a coin. Is that what he was going on about coins?
I mean, that's just fortune, isn't it? It's
Hmm.
you know, good fortune, bad fortune. It's all equally important.
So let's say
Good without bad.
let's say we found it. What would you do with it?
What, the money?
Yeah.
Well, right now it sounds like it's the city's money, so we should probably return it back to them. But I don't know.
You return it to the city. Who's them? I would if I thought that way, I would just spread it around. Just give it to the poor people. Give it to everyone.
I mean, that is equally a valid.
I wouldn't give it to someone with authority. I wouldn't trust them to do right by it.
I think you have a good point though.
Someone
Is-
with authority already took it.
I would have thought the Black Star because she seems nice, right? You've met her, and she's a good guy.
She seemed a bit inexperienced though.
Yeah, right. She
Yeah.
gave you the badge, and that's all great and
She's
everything.
nice now, yes.
She
Yeah, do you
told us-
deserve the badge? That's a good question.
Well, no,
yeah.
I think she's good, but she told us a lot of information that she didn't need to tell us. And maybe there's people that are doing, exploiting her for means, and if we give the money to her, then they'll do things, and then they'll get the money, and they're the bad guys, but they got the money goes to the good guys, and the bad guys come along and just take it anyway, so I don't really know what I'd do with it.
Should we just bury it somewhere? And pretend we never found it.
It already
It's-
is buried. So.
It's a lot of money. People can't move it. That's
Yeah,
the
but
problem.
what
so
do
if,
they-
even if we find it,
Does anyone really need it?
we can only take a little
Okay,
bit.
it sounds like it'd be better if we just
I could take a little bit, certainly.
we could just bury it and leave it and then not tell anyone where it is.
But it's already buried, and no one knows where it
We'll
is.
bury it. Well, then we'll stop people
We
finding
know
it.
it's buried.
Well, I mean, it's hidden.
Oh
I
yeah.
think you have more important things to do than just stopping people from finding money.
And if we don't want to find it, then that's our new mission: is just to kill everyone who's looking for it.
Do you
Right.
think?
Well,
Doesn't
that
seem like
makes,
nothing to do.
that makes an easy thing to do.
I mean, you need to
I'm not
find
interested in
all
that.
We have a lot of possible angles, and to be honest with you, none of us are really obligated to follow this up at this point in time. It's
Except for
quite
him.
dangerous. Oh, well, that's true, except for you.
It's my divine right.
So, I was thinking maybe tomorrow we go check out that Callet Towers, not Callet Towers, sorry. The Yellow Spire, whatever it was. Try and kill off that lead, the Priest of Bane angle.
Well,
Kill off
maybe I was thinking. I mean, we don't have to go in there straight away, guns blazing.
Well, I'm not suggesting we go in guns blazing, but we know that it's currently an area that is under some speculation whether it's involved. If we just get clarity on that, but we also know that the building is currently being used for something. But people know that, and similar to you've been saying about leaks, how long until they find out that their situation has been compromised and move the operation? So it makes sense that whilst we know it's an active site, to investigate it.
All right, but equally, we don't have a lot of knowledge around the things that are happening with the the prophecy and the visions that the monk had.
No, so the reason I suggest this is because kill off the lead, find out if that actually ties in. If it doesn't, we don't need to worry about it. If
But-
it does, then we can start piecing that in as well.
Would it be a good idea to go first to do a bit of research, just to read up, see if we can find anything? I mean, if we all go together
About
and
what?
spend the day reading, anything that might be related to those towers, to the
I'm not spending a day in a library.
why.
Done that before.
Well, okay, but it can do more than one day in a library and still learn stuff.
Books is not my thing either.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking I was going to go and read up on some stuff because it makes sense to.
On what in particular?
Well, on the towers, just anything on the prophecy, see if I can find out about that three-eyed.
Do you really think that
Creature.
would be public knowledge?
Well, there's secret bits of libraries that the blacksmith said we might be able to get access to if we ask nicely, but I don't know. Worth asking.
Free to ask, but to be honest with you, if you read up and you find out what type of creature it is that has 3 eyes, that's great, but you still don't know where it is.
Well, no, but if we ever have to, meet up with it, it might be good to know what it is. And,
As I say, you're free to do so.
well then.
I prefer to be a bit more boots on the ground.
Should we head back home? It's getting late. We're all tired.
If we still have a home and it's not blown up by now.
Cousin.
Just to be clear, like, if we're going to this place where there's the priest of Bane and everything, we're not going to kill him, right? That seems a bit
good
fucked.
lord, no.
Bane may have done some bad things and stuff, but you can't just kill someone just because they praise someone who's like a bad deity. Like
I mean,
evil has its place. You can't just. So
as
we
a
just ask questions.
general rule, we should only really kill anyone that is threatening to kill you. If we can apprehend people without killing them, that's the best way to go about it.
So
Apprehend.
you sound like him.
Well,
We would apprehend them nicely, though. Is, I guess.
what I mean is, you remember that dwarf that
Which
attacked us outside in the night,
Yeah.
and we knocked him out?
Mm-hmm.
That's the better way to go about things.
Right.
Try to look
Give
like
you a
inside the hide
stare.
in the snow.
Yeah,
Well,
because he's still
I
alive.
didn't see. Because I went to bed. Or no, I was asleep. I can't remember. He disappeared. What happened? Is he?
He
died
died
in the
wounds.
basement.
Oh right. Yeah, I remember that.
We
makes
forgot
sense.
to feed him, give him any water or medical treatment.
Okay, so next time
For
we
an
just
hour.
feed them, give them.
Did you retrieve my manacles?
Yeah, they're still down there. So you're free to get them. Bit gross.
Yeah,
Those
well,
are
I
the
don't
ones
know.
that I could wash.
See,
Those are easy to clean. I do it all the time.
yeah. I mean, the main. Obviously, we're not going to go around killing anyone that crosses our way.
Dismantle
the
Suspend
obstacle-
the trees here.
The issue is, if we are going to try to find out what these people are about, and they clearly profess worship to an evil god, they probably won't take it kindly that we get involved in their dealings, and therefore things might get a bit hairy. You have to understand that if you are going to be messing with other people's secret dealings, they will not take kindly to it.
Well, they keep themselves hidden for a reason. They're not allowed to be here. It's illegal. They're forbidden
why
to
do
be in the
I
city.
mean, I
So
am
we
not
can't just go in and say, look, we know what you are.
I'm not a worshipper of Bane, but why is your god legal and theirs isn't?
Because he's a bad one.
Maybe we say that we understand. Because it's fine. You can do that. It may be illegal, but it can be okay to do illegal things. Because maybe you know better. You know. If they know Bane better than you do, and Bane has like a good side, or maybe like a good influence, or maybe they're really important.
No, he's just seduced them.
You want to seduce
Nobody's
her.
born evil.
You want to seduce a Saxon.
They've been seduced by a higher power.
How do you know
Our
what's
will.
good?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how do you know what's good if you don't have?
Well, it's good as anything that doesn't involve the words. What was he?
Evil.
What was he?
The god of fear, hatred, Lord of. Some people call it the Dark Hand or the Lord of Darkness.
That doesn't sound very nice, to be honest.
Do you know if he has any connection with
Oh, darkness is too bad.
any connection with the Nine Hells, the Devil, anything like that? I'm not hugely familiar with him, but
Not as far as you know.
Was he just like a standalone?
Well, gods are different than devils. They are not the devils. The nine hells. There are gods that might be there, but it is a totally different thing. Asmodeus is the lord of the nine hells, and as such is a deity-like figure, but not all like evil gods are associated with the nine hells.
They're not like bugs.
Not a little god.
Yeah, there are some gods that are from the abyss, chaotic. There are gods that are from other planes that have nothing to do with either the abyss or the nine hells. So as far as you can tell, Bane what associated itself with Baal. That's one story you know about. And together they're trying to conquer all of Faerun, become present in the material plane. It was more of a direct influence they had.
Okay.
They want to be ballistic.
Not that I'm aware of.
okay. Just thinking, trying to find some connection to all of this, and if it was, maybe it was something to do with the Castellantas as well. But I just think it'd be good to find out if there's anything there that we have to go on, and if not, we can just take it off the docket for now. As it were.
Ah, here we are. On the
As
street
you are about
from-
to reach, you are walking down. The reason I say is so you can put the map on top. Yeah, just brother, give me the boxes. Give me the boxes. It's just a document here next to your book. Yeah, just drop the boxes next to you. Fine.
The kid is just running past my camera.
So as you are reaching the,
That's a training one, isn't it?
you're walking up the high road, as you can tell, which goes through the end of Northwood. Yeah. Before you turn right to go to Trollskull Alley, which is pretty much like straight north up the H. It's Trollskull Alley is this.
Yeah.
That one. So before you turn there, you're going up the high road. Before you
Still in the end.
yeah. Before you're about to turn, Keth, hear a weird song.
Shit.
an eerie song this time around. It sounds nothing like the song of the things that attacked you
Oh, I
in the
thought
snow.
that's what you mentioned.
No.
Fucking harp
Turn around, there's loads of them. Just like,
You hear an eerie song. In fact, this song reminds me of something. It has been a long time since the last time you heard it, but you remind using this song in the past to like hug yourself and protect yourself from the ministrations that you were dealt with, that you were given, and to survive. It was a song of almost like a motherly song that would help you withstand what you were under, and it has been a very long time since you last heard it. In fact, since you were under the administrations of your auntie, as it were.
I'm gonna lag behind a little bit and look around, see if I can.
Alright, it comes from the north, all the way, because that's why I said before you turn right.
Okay. You guys go ahead. I'll be with you shortly.
Alright, I'll put some stew on for you.
Thanks, big guy.
Wise, remember that we're not. People might be looking for us around here.
I get the feeling I'll be alright. I put my hood up.
Good, thank you. I'll hold it for safe.
Sure.
Right,
Yeah.
you keep going towards the north, where it appears to be coming from there, but it's in your head. But somehow you can feel a direction. And as you keep going, eventually you get to the north gate that you know it opens. There's a lot of foot traffic here, and it opens into the field wall, which is this shanty town type of place where houses have been stacked on top of each other, like in very haphazard ways. There's no snow here because the snow on the mud is slush that just it is very well trodden by a multitude of people. This is one of the most populated areas in Waterdeep by ward, but it's a very narrow strip of land. All the poor people live here just outside the walls, and there's like rank smell of urine and animals and butchers with kind of like flies all over the meat, and it is a bit of a nasty place. And as you look around, you get the feeling the song is coming from your left, next to the walls, essentially, as soon as you enter from there. When you look there, you see what appears to be the only area in the field wood where there are trees that haven't been cut down to make room for houses. And there is a bit like a very small forest glade, it's kind of like pressed in between the houses that make the field wall and the actual wall of Waterdeep.
Okay.
You see that the skies, as I said before, is quite clear today, and there's a beautiful crescent moon, and it's kind of like bathing the whole place in this silvery moonlight. And as you keep following the music through the muddy, dirty alleys, you reach this forest glade with these trees, with the canopy you could see on top of the houses. And there you see around 7 people, 4 female, appears to be 3 male. They're all wearing light flowing silks, and they're dancing barefoot on the snow around a big tree in the middle of this quite small forest glade. It's not big. And they use super light flowing silks, almost transparent, all of them they're wearing.
Do they look like they belong in the field ward? Do they look like they belong in the field ward at all?
The clothes are not super clean.
Okay.
But they look weird. But no one is doing anything about it. They look weird because they are barefoot. They only have silk gowns, semi-transparent silk gowns, like on them. So you know they're not prepared for the cold. Apparently, they are just dancing barefoot to the music, to this music you can hear in your head.
So now
And
Is
there
there
are some,
anyone playing that music or singing that music?
not that you can see, and there is a group of people, like a circle of people that are just circling around them, not like super packed, so that's why you can see through the crowd easily. They are just looking as they perform this strange kind of almost ritualistic dance, and you think you hear the sound of a harp, but there's no one playing one. The music is coming from the center, from the tree.
Okay, I'm gonna push forward
Mm-hmm.
in front of like a circle of people around.
Yeah, you see there are people of all like races and ages, and they're all just smiling. You see a man, there's a bit forward, and he has some kind of incenser that is burning, and he's just smiling and moving it to the tune or the beat of the music.
And those onlookers, are they also moving around? Or?
No, the onlookers
I'm
don't
gonna-
appear to
I'm
be
gonna
moving
ask
around.
one of them. Do you know who these people are?
They're doing the dancing on the dance of Our Lady.
Okay, who would that be?
Our Lady. Our Lady helps and protects. Looks for the poor. Not many gods out there in the fantasy world does that. Hi, it's good.
Has she got a name?
She has some names. We just call it Stray
Stray.
here, but the priest no more, the dancers no more, but they are in the middle of the trance. She likes the dancing.
I'm gonna kick off my boots.
Alright.
And I guess because I can hear the music,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to walk into the.
Into the circle of people that are kind of like dancing around the tree. So you start walking awkwardly. Make a performance check. Your feet are cold. Also.
That's why yeah. Cold feet. You don't answer cold
You
feet.
got cold feet. There we go.
8.
8. Okay, you start dancing. I mean, maybe you're not a great dancer, but it is easy to tell that you can hear the tune. That you're not just randomly, it's not like a silent disco. Actually, it kind of is.
Yeah.
So you join and start this weird dance, and at that, the guy with the incense kind of like looks at you and looks behind to see if takes a few steps towards you.
Yeah, as well.
Do you hear the music?
I do, old man.
You heard the call of Our Lady. Oh, that's wonderful. Get that. You like that?
Who's Our Lady?
Our Lady, Eilish Stray. Yeah. People call her Stray because she takes care of the stray people.
And she keeps going with the incenser. And there is a weirdness about this because from the snow you can almost see what appears to be these weird motes of light that are kind of starting to ascend, and they almost look like that energy that went into you when the accursed target creature died up in the mountain, and they are just circling all around you, and flowing towards the tree, towards the base of the tree.
Oh, the lady likes you. Dance.
Can you tell me more about her?
Eilish Stray.
Yes.
Eilish Stray is a lady. She's very tall. She's like 9 foot tall. And she dances. And everyone thought she was gone. She loved dancing under the moonlight. But everyone thought she was gone. And now she's back. People saw her dancing outside the wall of Waterdeep on the North Road. So we know that she's back. And we know she's coming to take care of us and our brethren that live underground. She has beautiful obsidian skin. And we are here to make this shrine to celebrate her. And the city has allowed us to make this Forest Glade her shrine. And this is wonderful.
So who's your brethren that live underground?
Oh, the Dark Elves. She is the goddess of the Dark Elves, but she protects those who cannot protect themselves, the outcast, the wretch, the lost, the strays.
And he still going with his answer.
Do you know that the Dark Elves are...
You are a stray. I can tell you're a stray.
I'm a stray.
Yeah.
The Dark Elves are dangerous folk.
Oh, she is said to be the redeeming one. She's the son of the Spider Queen. Oh, sorry, the daughter of the Spider Queen. But she did not like her mother's ways, and thus was there for whomever defied the will of the Queen and wanted out of her wicked ways. And that's why we celebrate it. A week from now, we all paint our faces obsidian and dance out in the moonlight. It is not racist. We do it well, not like obsidian.
We get the right coloured obsidian.
What's with the tree? There are
I
no
don't-
trees underground.
Yes, but her ultimate goal is to lead her children back to the surface. She likes the moonlight. She doesn't, the Dark Elves don't like sunlight, but moonlight's alright. That's what we know about her. We don't know that much more because, we are not Dark Elves. It's kind of, some people accuse us of cultural appropriation, but they think it's good.
Well, I'm sure the Dark Elves know much about it either.
Oh, no. The religious ones know. The matrons, they know. But they keep the secret hidden. Whomever has the favor of Our Lady. Ooh, they kill or they exile. They must keep everything under control. They must crack down on anyone suddenly seeing an alternative to the Spider Queen. Because it's the source of their power, of course. I am a scholar of the Dark Elves thanks to my love of the lady. I was to visit there once Ellie Stray has asserted her power. I cannot go there now, I'll be a slave to just
No, they wouldn't eat you.
well, I'm a scholar too.
You were what?
Are you a scholar too? You know much about them.
No, but I've heard rumors about Dark Elves in the rooftops, and if they found out you were doing this kind of thing.
They're all rumors. All rumors, of course. Every time something happens, it's Dark Elves. You know, stereotypes.
I want to be careful.
Pointing the fingers of the people from the underground. You know how that goes.
I want to be careful though.
Well, oh, look at that. It's the base of the tree shining even more now. The motes are responding to our dance. They're called moon motes.
So what do they do?
Nothing. They're a sign of Our Lady. They don't do nothing.
I'm getting distracted by this wind.
Actually, I had a shit, I forgot.
You had a song.
The sound of people dancing.
Yeah,
but with
the actual
no
music. that's creepier now.
Seems probably sleep.
That changes everything.
This is something you hear in your head.
So no one else can hear it.
It has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, she does. But she is also quick to anger and won't suffer if her children are injured. Her shape, her normal image as portrayed by scholars is a dancing dark maiden with a big bastard sword dancing under the moonlight. And very tall, 9 feet.
Did you say bastard sword?
Yeah.
Bastard sword.
Are you able to? I mean, I've heard other priests of other. Have you got a friend who's able to talk to their god? Have you spoken to her?
No, she doesn't pick me.
Uh,
We dance, and we receive her blessing in all this. Oh, look at how many are there today.
And you can now see that there is a swirl of moon motes. They are silvery, like almost like this firefly kind of a thing, and they're all swirling around the tree, and they are also like forming a path that is going towards you. The guy is kind of like looking at you.
Maybe she's not happy because you're not dancing, so it's pointing the mouth at you. Start dancing.
Do you mind if I approach a tree, old man?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And I do a little shuffle.
Okay, so you go make a second performance check. See how well you shuffle towards the tree.
Oh, terribly 7.
Yeah, you're like,
I feel a cold.
Well, yeah, great. You're good dancer. I don't understand what the lady's teaching you.
I dance in a different way, oh man.
and as you go there,
I'll take my sword out.
you see at the base of the tree, kind of like sunk in the snow and just poking out, there is a sword, a big sword.
Oh.
Silvery metal, and it's kind of like glowing. The moon motes are all swirling around it. And it has a beautiful like silvery hilt and a leather around the hilt. And it's kind of like half sunk in the snow. And it's just swirling with the moon motes. But no one else is paying attention to it or able to see it.
I'm gonna go on my knees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put my hand on the hilt.
Put the hand on the hilt and you immediately feel something incredibly familiar. Something that was with you since those first times with your mother and your aunt. The presence that you never understood what it was, but it was always with you since the day your life was spared. Maybe the thing that your mother never knew what it actually was. And the motes are kind of like flowing up your arm. And the guy's like,
Oh, wow. You found her lady's sword? Oh, this is a great day.
he's kind of like looking around. And the dancer all stop. And they're just looking at you now.
Lift the weapon.
You lift it, and it is a bastard sword, which essentially it's normally called like a 1.5 hand sword. Mechanically like a long sword. And it has a really big hilt and guard, with like a very simple decoration. It's simple, and just leather around the hilt, and the moon motes are just swirling around it. And you're just holding it. Everyone's just holding their breath for a moment.
Have you ever seen this?
Well, in her hands, yes. Wait. Are you Stray? Are you playing the prank on us? You are coming out to ask us someone different? Oh, lady.
And two of the dancers go to their knees. Oh, lady.
I'm gonna shift.
And everyone starts like going to their knees, kind of like.
I'm gonna shift my. I'm gonna shift myself into her, but obviously my idea.
You don't know
of
what
might
she looks
be
like. Yeah, okay. Do you make yourself taller?
I got
filter.
just 1 foot taller. that's
Just
all.
1 foot taller, kind of like stretching and holding the sword. And everyone kind of like, oh lady's back, and almost like a rumor kind of like rippling across the forest glade.
I'll say to them, I will take care of you. My stray.
Yes, Our Lady. We're building the shrine, but the city is fighting us. Some of them, they don't want it. They want to protect the glade for other things.
That is our nature, not to be wanted.
Okay, yes, Our Lady, we'll be here for you. And the man is,
Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you. Should have. With all the moon modes, there were too many for a normal person.
That is okay, and I turn back into myself.
Oh, you're hiding in plain sight in the city. Of course, 9 foot tall, everyone will recognize you.
What can I do for you, old man?
Oh, just get out those fucking archaeologists out here. They want to ruin our shrine.
The archaeologists.
Yeah, they're constantly in our fucking ears like, they don't give us even a glade.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Thank you. And if you can bring more worshippers to us, then we can build a stronger following, and then maybe we can have a better thing and improve the lives in the free world for everyone. But also, you know, they have to be strays. Don't bring these people, you know, we understand them. Do what you will. Our Dark Lady, we know, will follow you.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, lady. Thank you.
and you all kind of like bow into the snow, head first, like the forehead.
Okay. Oh. I will put out some coins and.
Okay, you throw them some coins. Okay, send them some coins.
Thank you, lady.
And as you pull out, you instinctively you're holding your sword, and when you turn around, it goes and disappears in the shape of moon bones that hold the shape of the sword for a moment, and then they dissolve and it's gone, but you can still feel the connection to it. And everyone goes, oh.
Oh man,
Yeah.
how can I speak to her?
What?
How can I speak to her?
To whom?
To what's her name again?
And it's straight.
But you are a stray.
She just manifested herself through me, but
You are possessed.
Possession.
Wait, what does it feel like?
I feel great. I feel.
Oh. Why wouldn't you do that to me?
She uses us all in different ways.
Of course. I'm sure I'm acting like.
Okay. Maybe I need to learn to dance a bit better.
I don't know how to speak to her. I never spoken to her. But she just possessed you. You should know better.
Yes, maybe she'll tell me next time.
Okay, so wait. So we were talking to her or not?
For that moment, yes.
Okay. Then it's good. Well, come back to us. And wait, we told her one thing that you can help us with. Some archaeologists from the city, they are trying to ruin our glade. Get him off our backs.
Yeah, I think I remember that bit. Yes, I'll do.
Okay, thank you.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Calavine.
Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then is Sandra.
Sorry.
And this is our chief dancer, Annabelle. She was the favorite of the Dark Lady, but I guess she's not now.
She favors many.
Okay, but you got lucky there, Annabelle.
Well, thanks, old man.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the coin.
Yeah, I'll try to help you with these archaeologists.
Okay, we'll go back to dancing now. Maybe she'll be back for us. Maybe she will possess me now.
And they all start kind of like the weird dance again.
Alright.
The music kind of like fades slowly from your presence, but you still feel the connection
Okay,
to the
no,
salt.
I shuffle away.
You shuffle away. Back in the Trollskull
Can I give you the
Manor,
names again of those two, sorry?
Sanor with NN and Annabelle.
My name is Samuel.
It's now
Thanks
the time
for that.
to stop, Lucas.
Yeah, you need to process your thing.
Yeah, so much
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah, let's take a quick break here.
What was
I
that?
actually already
Was
I
that-
already bought it.
I have a slight problem with that. I don't
Oh,
have my
that's right.
card with me.
Oh, that's right.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Alright,
we'll
it's not
be
around to
back
pray.
soon.
Peace.
Yeah.